Hello friend, this is Shafaqat Ali and welcome back to another video on Android development. In the previous video, we will see the communication between the fragment and an activity. Now in this video, we will see the communication between the fragment to fragment. So let's get started. First of all, we need two fragments. So create two empty fragments. Click on the folder New and select Fragment, blank fragment. Type here First Fragment. Uncheck these methods and click on the Finish. Now again create Second Fragment. Now type the name Second Fragment. Again uncheck these methods and click on the Finish. Now our fragments are created successfully. Now let's design it. Go to the resource, layout and activity main. Remove everything from here. Go to the design and select a frame layout. Just simply drag on the screen and select this icon to set all the constraint on all the side. Okay, now type the ID. Let's say I type the ID container. Now go to the fragment first and remove everything from here. Change the layout into constraint layout and go to the design and first search edit text, select plain text, drag it here. Now add the constraint. Now drag the button. Now select the edit text and type the ID input and remove the text from it and give some int and select the button, change the text to send and give the ID. Let's say btn send. Okay, it's enough. Now first we need to add this fragment to main activity. So go to main activity, same like previous video. Here check some conditions. Find view by ID r.id. Add the container here. If not equal to null, then check some more conditions. If save instance state is not equal to null, then simply return, and otherwise create a fragment manager. And this is the object of get support fragment manager. Now fragment manager object dot begin transaction dot add. Three parameters are required. First parameter is container. Second parameter is the object of the new fragment. So in my case first fragment, and the third parameter is null, that is tag, and dot commit sections transactions. Okay, now first let's test the applications. Okay, now you can see fragment is added to the container. So let's move on. Go to the second fragment and remove the text, and again select the constraint layout. And go to design. Here only we need a simple text view, so drag it here. Okay, change the ID, my text view. Now change the size of the text to 30 dB, and style should be bold. Okay, and select the gravity. It should be center. Okay, now we have to create the communication between the two fragments. As I already told you about the communication between the fragments and the activity, we cannot access the data directly because fragment use the index of the activity. So we have to create the interface. So go to the first fragment. First we need to declare the object that we have created, first button. And then edit text. Now remove this return because we need the object of the view, and then return at here. Okay, now here initialize these objects, the button and input. Find view by id r.id.bt and send. Okay, now similarly input. Now in this case, now input. Okay, now buttons and input text are initialized. Now we have to set a click listener on button. So set a click listener, set on click listener, new on click listener. Okay, now here we get the text from the input field. So input field dot get text dot toString and store it into a variable string type. Okay, here I am going to create interface public interface send data interface, and we have to create a method public void send data and pass a string object. Okay, now we get the instance of this interface. So here I am going to create the instance send data interface send data interface. Okay, now here we create on attached lifecycle and get the reference activity reference and okay, now create a try catch block Here send data is equal to activity. We pass the reference. If it show the error, then we need to typecast. Typecast should be send data interface. Okay. Now here catch block, run type exceptions, and here throw the exceptions. Activity dot toString and pass a comment. Must implement method. Okay. Now we add the data to this interface. So send data interface dot send data and pass this data to this. Now go to the main activity and implement this interface. Send data. Okay. Now create the implement method. Here you can see now data is accessed. Now we have to replace the fragment first. So create the object of the fragment. Second fragment is equal to second fragment is new second fragment. Okay. Now here we need to create the bundle because we pass the data from here to the second fragment. Create a bundle class object. Now put the value to bundle. Bundle dot put string. First parameter is key and the second parameter is data. In my case, I have data in a variable. So now we pass this bundle to the object of the second fragment. Dot set argument. Now pass the bundle object. Okay. Here we replace the fragment. So first of all, cut it from here and create on the port above side. Okay. Now fragment manager dot begin transactions dot replace. Okay. Now again there are three parameters are required. First parameter is container and the second parameter is second fragment. That is second fragment. Okay. And then pass the null and commit. Okay. Now go to the second fragment .java. Here first initialize the text view. Again remove this return because we need the object of the view class, view inflator, and then go to here and return the view object. Now on the top side of the return we initialize the text view. My text view is equal to view dot find view by id, find view by r dot id dot my text view. Okay. Now here we need to get the bundle. So create a bundle class object. And by the object of the bundle we can get string and pass the key. Key should be same as I give the previous fragment. So store into a variable data. Now set this data to a text view. And pass the data. Our code is completed, so let's test the application. Our application is running, and this is the first fragment. I type here my data, and when I click on the send, the second fragment is open. You can see our communication is completed now, and we successfully transferred the data. If you like the video, please like my videos and share the videos and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching. See you in next video. Take care. Bye.